All righty, folks. Get back to the action here. This is Open Doubles Final, the 2023 Beatdown. Coming from the winner's side, Alan Montrone, Tom Yore. That's on the right-hand side. That's versus Erik Hueltner and Tom Yore. That's on the left-hand side. Yeah, man.
If you want to, that is.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like it. There's a what is that? A lilt in the air as we watch this Open Doubles Final. I'm Adam Gilson. There's Clay Toomey. It's 2-0. Favor 2-1 now in favor of Alan and Tommy and Alan. Tommy Yore, he's a champion of sorts and of shorts.
Speaking of non sequitur, I have a new follower. Dave is awesome. Thanks for following. Appreciate you. Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't see that. Oh, you see that. I don't see that. Mars had to say goodnight a bit ago. He's in Germany, of course. So okay. Thank you, buddy. Although you probably can't hear this, but we feel you.
May see
and I want you to feel my verse.
Thanks for hanging out with us. It's good to have the football homies.
Mm-hmm. I put an umlaut over those O's and homie.
I never hear umlaut without hearing over that bitch. From something you said.
Oh yeah. Say things. I don't know what to say. Oh, that Dave is awesome's from Maryland. I was there last. Oh, you were here this last summer. All right. 2-2 in this first game. I don't even know what to say. I mean, what was everybody out there for odds, numbers, like who and what and how many? I don't know. This is a tough one. It's 2 out of 3. Double dip situation, and I did hear it's a win by 2-8.
So this is 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Get that up there. Nice pass.
Mm-hmm. Of that slow rock. I've really seen that from Tommy before. Yore. Montrone, of course, player here in Florida. He gets that ball back to us. I think Tom Yore is here to have a smile.
So that was his attempt at looking jovial.
Yeah.
No, he wants to double dip the hell out of his son and Alan.
Yeah. No, he's.
I don't think it's an equal.
Yeah.
But he definitely wants to.
Right. Well, I mean, you look at the way this team stacks up. Like, does Tom Yore plus Erik equal Tommy Yore plus Alan?
No.
What goes where here?
I think. Well, here's the deal. Tom is going to score on Alan. Alan's going to. First of all, Alan's not going to cost you any games, any matches. He's going to play solid. He's going to clear the ball when he gets it. Going to contain the ball when it comes to his area. That's my guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to be much of a defensive threat. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I think that's a lot of what you can expect to see. So, to me, the game shifts to the 5-bar.
Interesting.
It's not a big deal to me that Tommy's passing here. I think Eric's going to block Tommy well enough that Tom will still have a chance on his 3 when he gets it. But his conversion rate of his passes, that's going to be a very high conversion rate.
4-4 in this first game.
0 chance to call for timeout, by the way.
Yeah. 1-0 now. That's what you want to do. Come out on to fire. Yore walks away. Yeah.
As you were saying, I'm going to pull that down. I actually have the table mic completely muted.
Jeff, Texas guy. I think it goes to second set. However, Tommy and Alan will win. Exclamation point. Clay, I'll take Tommy and Alan for $5.
So you'll take the king seeds. Hey, all right, do it this way, Jeff. Take them for $5 per set. Because I got news for you. If that was sneaky, just tapped it through. I'm not sure that was legal. Oh, Tom would have said something. I missed part of that play. It looked funky, but it was really creative. If Tom can get enough possessions on his 3, I think it's a very lopsided goalie matchup.
Okay. So you're saying in this situation for these 4 players, that Allen is kind of the weak link.
Yeah, but it's almost not fair.
I don't say weak link. I don't mean like.
I know what you mean. It's going back to what I was saying earlier about weaknesses and weakness versus strong and all that stuff. But I think I don't think of it so much as a link as much as it is. It's actually pretty predictable what will happen back there. I mean, Tom will probably shoot 60%. And I think he's above that right now, by the way. And so if he can pass, and or if Erik can clear, that's good. It puts more heat on Allen than he deserves. And I think the opposite's true on the other side of the table. I think Erik will get on Tommy's 3-bar quite a bit, even though Tommy has shot well so far. He's trying to. Yeah,
Tom Yore is
muscling.
Yeah, he is not here. I mean, my goodness, he could light a toaster right now.
Let's go. Oh, take. Yep. There you go.
Won.
Thank you. Is Tom Yore the Pete Rose of foosball? The Charlie Hustle.
Oh, in that sense.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, not in the gambling and getting banned from foosball and all that. Not that. Not selling $20 signed autographed foosballs just so he can pay the bills. Not that.
Not that either.
No.
All right.
No, I'm saying like he's just like the ultimate hustler.
Well,
Hustler in the sense of putting full energy.
wait, is there a more hustler-y person than?
Oh, tell me who it is.
I'm trying to think. Anybody out there have a guess? Have a thought, an opinion, a way of being? 2-2, your. That's good. We're just trying out a new ice chewing sound effect.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I destroyed a tri-tip on air last night. Really embarrassing. Like, it was not good. I couldn't help myself. I was so hungry. 3-2 now.
Again, Erik just clearing it. He's hitting it at an angle. It wiggles up the table and in. I don't think you put that on Allen either. Those are hard to catch.
I want to define hustle to you.
Sure.
Because hustle to me means somebody that doesn't have the greatest natural talent or ability, but they hustle to win. Is that what the ballpark you're talking, or do you mean just like trying their ASS off?
Oh, I think it's all about a percentage of effort compared to, what you give versus what you can give. I don't think it's like you can be like Tony hustles. I've seen Tony break the lights on the table trying to keep a ball out. I want to say 2019, maybe 2018 Vegas Open Singles. The ball hopped up and was bouncing around, and he hustled so hard that the light broke, and they had to fix it before they could resume play. And Tony is, I don't know that anybody would disagree, especially at that point, the best foosball player in the world. At the point where I'm talking about.
Right.
And by the way, I still think he is, but that's a different conversation. And so to me, if the best player in the world can hustle is about how hard you push the gas pedal down. Doesn't mean you got a big or small engine. Doesn't mean anything else is intact or in play. But it's how hard are you mashing the gas?
Then I'm going to say this, and it's not fair because you never saw him play. A lot of people never saw him play. So maybe that's just changing the rules. But I think that the biggest hustler I've ever seen was my buddy Jack Graham.
Cool.
Like that level of intensity that he had and the hustle and how much he was pushing the gas. There was no floorboard after he was done. It was like scary. But as far as actual players are concerned and what we're seeing, yeah, Tom Yore, 4-4, second game.
That bounce pass from Tommy is just absolutely brutal. Again, I don't think there's any chance he calls a timeout here. Even though it's 4-4, he does not want to shoot on Tommy.
Middle. Long.
It's a good timeout. Celebrate that.
Enjoy it.
I hit the wrong button. This is the ambulance went out of his way on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is unreal the way that he.
What are you talking about?
Just I accidentally hit a point, and to undo the point, it's easy. I call a timeout. Like everything about this is just so simple.
And this is a Stream Deck.
Yeah. Where the scores are updating manually on the screen because I'm pushing a button. And there's other stuff that we'll be doing as the weekend goes on, but I told him what I wanted and he made it.
Wow.
And the level of competence with these foreigners. Ooh, that was on goal.
4-4.
That was intentional too. By the way, I'm talking about David Kala and in this case, Danilo Fatel.
Danilo.
From Poland and Ukraine, respectively. Oh, he baited that.
That defense. Oh, he's in there.
Look to hear from Tommy on this if he scores it. Look to hear nothing, as he calls it.
Yeah, but he did do that timeout really loudly.
I heard his fingertips hit the inside of his palm with a lot of authority.
Mm-hmm. I won't soon forget that.
Where we got here? There. The ambulance is somewhere working the...
He said my favorite words. I'll make that happen.
And you know what? When he says it, it's not some salesman-y bullshit.
Right. It's just going to happen.
You have the soundboard would love to hear Wish I pre-read that.
As your 4-4 puts the ball back into play. That defense. That's short and tight. Wow, he kicks that off. That is hustle too.
Yeah, they both jumped away from the table excited on that.
I would have. Oh. Wow, massive bank.
Is it 3 out of 5 now? Wait, is this 3 out of 5?
I don't know. They said 2 out of 3 at the beginning. I'd ask, but I don't want to ask.
I mean, it says 2 games, so.
Yeah. No?
Yeah,
I guess it is 3 out of 5.
So the final is 3 out of 5. Okay. Game 3 of the first set. That was deep.
That was deep.
That's the sound, like when you hear that rattle, that doesn't mean you barely made it. That means that was as deep as you could go.
You overmade it.
4? When Allen switches his defense like that, I'm pissed. I'm not pissed that he switched. I was what I was going to say was when he does that switch, the minute he goes back, the middle is gaping.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would guess there's a straight in that somewhere too. I just don't see it. But when he reverses and then goes back to switch, the middle's there. It's 2-1 quickly.
Eric doing that post over defense that we saw famously just wreck Tommy. Wow. That was Ryan Moore doing that post over defense at the Open Doubles final in Texas State earlier this year.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while, and it's a good example of where confidence and just believing that it's that it. And then, by the way, he's also doing it smartly. It's not random. But he has no concern.
Sure.
And he's just, you figure it out. Basically what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the other matches weren't 3 out of 5, but I will say I'm glad the final is.
Yeah. Are you a 3 out of 5 purist?
100%. I wish every game was win by 2. See when he switches? I was really hoping.
They just did not get the memo. What's going on here?
I'll be smiling, laughing, Alan. Everybody's the right side of the table is kind of lighthearted and having fun, and Tom's over there sweating. I don't have a camera on him, but they're over there drawing up plays.
Yeah, no,
Sandlot style.
Tom's over there looking like he's watching an autopsy. This is not a pleasant experience. Love that though. Gamesmanship.
There's that word again.
Ship. I'm flashing back here, Clay. This is a year ago this weekend. You were in the finals.
It was.
You were?
I was
up there. Yeah, we're in this playing that team on the left hand side. You and David Kahlo.
Yeah.
Got the pleasure of calling that match.
And I got the pleasure of losing it. And I don't, we didn't win, but I would tell you 100% David was the MVP of that match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even as we were on the losing team. We ready to go, Ambulance? Thank you. On our next stop and play, we'll see our new camera angle. That pass is so hard to defend.
Dude, Ambulance is a Swiss Army knife.
Really is.
Just does. Down by 1, Tom Yore. Up and 2 by 2 in game score. Golly.
He scooped it right in. That's the shot that Ryan wears people out with. Just scoops it in that short hole.
Making Tom Yore's 5-bar defense there. Holding on the wall, jumping out for the lane. But it's not a fake. It's not a bait and switch.
I think it's panicky.
Yeah.
I think he's terrified of that bounce pass. And he's trying to make it look like he's blocking the wall, but really he's terrified of the bounce pass. Curious what chat thinks about that.
Sean,
as we go into the 4th game. Did I forget to? Nope, didn't. Okay, cool.
First set, Tom Yore Erik Hueltner.
Awesome.
2
Thank
games
you, Dan.
to 1.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Against Tommy Yore and Alan Montrone.
Sorry to talk over that. I just can't say enough about how nice it is to work with David and Ambulance. Dan, we say Ambulance. Dan, Danilo Fattel. It's such a delight to just have an idea, have a request, say the thing, and then it happens. Skillfully. Mm-hmm. Come on. You got to get those loose balls.
That defense that Erik is putting up is so subtle.
Yeah, I think Tommy was picking his holes, like the push side, the middle, and wasn't trying to force that pull side. And it looks like that might have changed. He's got such a terrifying pull side. Tommy does. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously he wants to use it.
You'd say that's his money shot, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that sets everything else up.
He's got the best, and this is just my belief that he has the best pull side rollover. Definitely currently, and maybe that I've ever seen. And I know I've only been around for a decade or so, but I'm also including a couple decades worth of video that I've watched. Time out. Things are getting a little hectic down there.
And we would say more video than most, probably anybody, really. Just all of them. so much. What did you just say?
Yeah, I've definitely seen. Did I distract you with my left hand there? That was not on camera, thankfully. Get a little of this. Stepping up the buttons. Stepping up the buttons.
I mean, that defense, all you're really doing is like making a tracer program for somebody to be able to see those middles.
Yeah. I'll figure this out. They just need to be switched. I think in that defense that Erik is putting out there, I think the push is mostly there. And I don't know if he's thinking to race it or something else. But I think Tommy, if he just keeps going there, it's going to be good for him. That's that bounce. It sounded like the bounce pass. I wasn't watching it. It was a bounce pass.
Like, yeah. Wow.
Another push side. If he just, I think this is where we're going, bragging about Erik earlier about being an intelligent player.
Yeah.
That shit ain't happening.
Yeah.
Like over and over and over. 2 in a row, and then look to see something different. Oops. They're playing at a pretty fast clip here.
Yeah. They are.
There's a switch, and then as soon as he goes back, he didn't do it.
I don't watch Allen play much, says Jeff Texas guy, but to me, he seems to Tahe the same amount of time on the 2-bar.
That pull side is just not fair.
Tom is keying in on it, and Allen is turning it over.
I'm not reading any more messed up spelling comments from Jeff. There's that bounce pass again. I think I just stick a man in the lane and just show me something else. Yay for new room angle in yellow 3-bar. Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Team Foosball. I don't know who that is. I thought I knew who that was.
Is that one of us?
It's not one of us.
It's not one of us?
Not one of us.
It's not you or me?
Not you or me.
All right. Team Foosball.
That is ill-advised.
Yeah, that was a little bit too quick on the trigger there.
I don't know. I'm torn. I love the energy, and it feels hectic. And I think that plays into the favor of Erik and Tom.
Yeah.
I also think that if he sets it up on his 3-bar, he has the advantage against Allen.
Was your reel that one in? 3-3 here in this third game. You would say that Tom and Erik had pretty much just dominated the first 2 games.
I got there just in time for the fist pump.
Yeah.
Square in that lane. I didn't catch it.
Jeff, you were doing really well. You're spelling way better than you ever have, to my knowledge, in your entire lifetime. And I appreciate you. You feel like Allen's not utilizing 15 seconds defensively?
No, offensive.
No.
How can you utilize time defense?
Dude, it's Jeff. I don't know what's going on there, man.
That's very fair.
I just wanted to give him his due diligence. There you go. Set number 1 goes in favor of Tom Yore and Erik Hueltner. All righty, folks. Second set underway here. Open doubles. 2023 Beatdown. That's Tom Yore and Erik Hueltner on the left-hand side. Tommy Yore and Alan Montrone on the right. I'm Adam Gilson. That's Clay Toomey. Modern Foosball bringing you all the action this weekend here. South Florida Foosball Club. Love that. Clubbing the ball around.
Well, I'll say immediately, already this match, loose ball coming towards Allen's goal. And if you're watching this on stream, clip it, go back and look. And he just sweeps the goal with his goalie rod. It's not a jerky movement. It's not a panic. He just goes and stops the ball from going in. It's good goalie play.
It is.
Same right there. It's exact. You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah, he is. No,
there's no over movement.
Yeah, what would you? I mean, but in any other sport, you would like somebody kicks a soccer ball at you, and you have to just kind of cup it as that ball is cupped, and every single man goes in the hole. You have to just kind of embrace it.
Yeah.
And you can't really teach that. It's just like embrace the ball in a high pressure situation.
It's about anticipation, really. I mean, if you see a catcher in baseball trying to stop a wild pitch in the dirt, he doesn't throw his life away trying to block it. He gets leather in front of it if he can. Sometimes he will drop to his knees and do all, but it's a decision and then an action.
Like that.
Not flailing.
That's really, really poetically done. Y'all joining us here on the Saturday evening. It's almost 6 o'clock local time. Appreciate you. Appreciate that shot by Tom Yore. This is a 3 out of 5. Win by 2. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know in chat. This is Twitch. We're twitchy.
If he switches for this, I want you to see this right here when he goes back. He just stayed there.
Is that going behind? Allen is doing a post over. That was a round.
That was all the way around it.
Golly. 2-2 in this first game.
Missed one. Sorry. Oh, that's the one I missed. I got the timeout, but not the. So this is interesting. 2-0. Tom Yore timeout. 2-2. Tom Yore timeout. Bye-bye, son.
Oh.
Yeah, he
just said it.
I hope he didn't hear me.
I don't think so. Yeah. You bad of me.
Yeah, that bounce pass is just brutal. I think Tom's just gonna have to give up the wall, dude.
I can't fathom what this must be like playing your child in a finals match. It's so cool.
I think he's overshooting that and affecting his own stroke so aggressive instead of just doing it smoothly. Talking about Tommy on the 3-bar.
Eric's trying to make something happen back there.
I don't see him play fast like that.
No, he's like, those are, what, 3-4 rapid shots in a row?
Yeah, 3.
Still ends up on 3 of Yore. Still, though. Yore feeling all that energy, slowing it down. And he does beautifully straight.
He's just reading that defense really well. And, I don't even know what I would say if Allen, I like one of my favorite things to do is, well, what if he came over and said, what should I do?
Mm-hmm.
And to talk through that. I don't even know what I'd say.
3-3. Oh.
Oh, I don't.
Red.
I think.
I didn't feel like
No, it didn't at all. I think they're so jazzed up that was definitely one of the longer possessions. I would bet money that it was.
Well, that couldn't have been 10. There's no way that would have been 10. 4-3 in favor of Yore and Montrone on the right-hand side. We see a defense switch. Montrone up front. Spotting that away.
It's a good switch. Wait.
Tom quickly buries that.
This is game
1.
Oh, I raced the timeout, so I hope they don't ask me. I hit the wrong button there.
Tommy quickly gets that up to his 3.
What's that? Nobody said anything, but
Erik coming up big.
one apiece on timeouts.
Oh, giggling going on here. I don't know. Interesting energy. Erik is. I'm not used to seeing Erik just trying to go so balls out with the shooting as Yore brings that in. When he does it, he puts that away. 1-0 now in the second set.
They're live with the unsolicited opinion.
Yep. And it really, really went well. Everybody laughed.
It's funny that they're so juice down there. Whatever that might mean, I'm saying like they're just
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I still love the question. Is there a time limit on the threes?
Yeah. That's a really great way to say it. I'm going to start saying that. Hey, speaking of that,
Dusty quesadillas.
what are your thoughts on the playing of the Beatdown event tonight?
Oh, I need to have an answer on that within the hour.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, man. I think I'm doing
You're gonna do it?
I think I'm doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know about the headset part though.
That's not
We'll
gonna
talk
work.
about that between games.
I don't see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
If we
It's
play
doable. I think I'm in.
followed up 1-1 now in the second game. I wonder what the stats are when Tom Yore calls it 0-2 timeout.
I could tell you that if I was doing stats. One apiece, right?
Now, Jeff, what do you think that timeout is? It's 1-1, yeah.
I think if you're, the switch is not helping him because that's where a lot of those scores are coming from. He's chasing. That's not erasable. Tell him what you're laughing at.
I'm laughing at you pointing out what's about to happen, but doing it with such a flourish that boggles the mind.
You know what's funny is one of my peeves. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and say it since I started that sentence. One of my peeves. We got to switch defensively here, by the way. What do you do if you're Tom there when you have a totally different defense?
Well, what I try to do is figure out what one of your peeves is.
Oh, when people who are I'm insulting people. I don't want to. We'll talk. Well, I will say what it is. I have to find a more graceful way to say it.
Timeout called here, 2-2 in the second game.
And since it's timeout, I found it. So if I'm watching Joe Buck and he says what he thinks is about to happen, I don't need that. I don't care what he thinks.
Right.
I think he's a good commentator when he says what happens, not what he thinks is about to happen. And Tony Romo, you know, I'm from Dallas. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I like Tony Romo. It's brutal to go Wall after he's just wearing him out the lane like that. That's one of the things about Tony Romo that gets on people's nerves, that he predicts what's about to happen. But he does it accurately. And I still think it's kind of like, who cares? So that's the reason that I point, because you can see.
Right.
But I don't say what's about to happen. Sometimes I talk about what I see, but I like to point to like what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'd like that. Tommy up front now as that rattled back in 4-3 now. Danger of going down 2-0 against Tom Yore Erik. Bump off the ball, swatted back. I don't know. That's some good timing.
I don't know why it stopped doing the bounce pass. Pointed out last time.
I believe what you said was,
Yeah.
as that goes in, 4-4 now. The second game, a lot of table tapping going on. As Allen goes back up front now for a defensive switch.
Table tapping is punishable by death in some countries.
That switch paid off now.
Did it though? Tom just missed a pass.
But who knows how that happened?
What if Allen gets stuff? Would you say it's a
Well,
payoff?
what are we going to go? Yeah.
I'm being extra
What if the sun
provocative
explodes
here.
in 4 billion years,
That's a
dude?
good
I'm
point.
sorry I lived here.
That's a good point.
Hey. Sorry, the valve got a little...
Is the tea ready?
Bank on the inside, 2-0 now in favor of Tom Yore and Erik. And
Oh, that's interesting. Did you hear what he said?
what do you say?
Erik said, I need you to smoke a bank out of the back. Got you. So one of the conversations they must have had between games or during timeouts Tom apparently said to Eric, I need you to smoke a bank at the back.
Oh.
And so with the game on the line, game 2 there, that's what Eric does. And then he comes back to the table saying, I need you to smoke a bank out of the back. And then so that's the quote. And then he says, I got you to Tom. That's just cool. I like that kind of stuff.
I do too. I do too. I do. And I'd also like there's some gamesmanship there because now he's thinking zone wise. Banks. What else is coming? Is that Chris Carson back there? He's got a Lamborghini Countach. That is my favorite Lamborghini is a Countach on his shirt. And he's continuing to do banks. That one rattles in now.
Alan is pretty clearly getting frustrated about it. And I would bet money if he were here, he would say that that's his ball to stop. He's not mad at anybody else. Shot. He's kept out some sloppy balls.
Yeah. And it's good to keep the sloppy balls out because you never know what that might lead.
He's just wearing that lane out, dude. I got to go back and watch this with stats in mind to see. Oh, see the little fake on the push kick there? Allen didn't even budge.
Yeah. 2-1. 2-2. You know, I wonder, this reminds me, and maybe this is a long stretch, but I feel like sometimes when I'm cooking or baking with my son,
God, gotta call out here. You can't just let this go like this.
Whoa. A little bit of jar action there.
Yep.
See, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading between the lines, but I see fatherly, sonly pressures or things going on here. You think he's gesturing. Got a gesture from Clay. Clay is saying, and Clay was correct. Clay suggested there might be a timeout called, and indeed there was. 3-3 in this third game.
I said that like 2 seconds into the possession. Now, if you start telling them, I'm gonna have to stop telling you. I don't know what that means.
You don't want me to tell them?
No, I do think it's fun.
I think it was like practicing, like, you know, you're being safe about it. You're not saying it, being insulting, but afterwards you still get the
yeah. I do like to. I like for it to be known. I anticipated correctly, but I also think it's annoying to actually say that out loud.
Would it help if I just took credit for it?
Sure.
All right. Eric,
look at this.
We got a switch.
Oh, this is actually
That's great. Tommy in the back. Eric up front doing a quick shot pull side. Rollover to no avail.
like that.
I do
a little
too.
wild.
I want to play a little bit of checkers on Eric's shoes later. Tommy looking at bank. Tom Yore just ease his man back in the corner to make sure to pick that one up. And Tom's fired up here. Gonna just be bringing it.
The ball could have scored it in. No, don't call timeout. Shoot the ball. He's leaning over to ask him. Yeah, they're going to call. I kind of wanted to see him shoot it again. So that's their second timeout.
Three. Tom Yore up 2-0 here in the second set.
Sorry, he's just staying in the reverse. I anticipated incorrectly when you were down there. I didn't mean to do that. But his defense against his dad is just straight up reverse the whole time.
Yeah.
And that Tom was trying to slide it through and man, people just aren't as funny as they think they are.
That's what you think.
driving down the road. It's turned into quite a match.
It has been, yeah.
This third game here in the second set is not going to be as easy of a win as I might have thought at first. Good job keeping that out. You put a nice. I tend to agree with Tom on this. 3-3 has to do with it, but I think Tommy's right that it was a jar. But doesn't matter what I think.
Ball says what it says. Of this fake bank situations. That goes in 4-3 now. It is championship point for Tom Yore and Erik Hueltner. Open doubles 2023 Beachtown Beatdown. 5-bar defense. Spotted back. Almost stolen. Wow.
He did that in the first set, too.
Is that legal?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Tappy tap ties it up 4-4 in this third game.
And they do still have a timeout on the right.
Mike Burns says the correct saying is ball don't lie.
Yeah.
High stick lane, championship point. Tom Yore going up against his son. Yore.
That's that diagonal. Yeah, it's there. It's hard to hit, man. I think he should call timeout here.
Yeah.
I mean, Allen's putting some just stank, nasty goals.
Wow, as the ball rattles around, ends up back on the 5 after almost ending it. Oh, and he blows the ball back to the 5. He goes. Allen, the only person having any fun at this match, I think.
Watch this defense. He'll throw it in a reverse.
Championship point put away by Tom Yore, and the complete to double dip. Open doubles goes to Tom Yore and Erik Hueltner. Well played against Tommy Yore and Alan Montrone here at the Beachtown Beatdown 2023.